Oh boy, here we go again. Famous comedian Mike Epps is now under investigation after he was caught at the airport on his way to board his plane with a loaded gun in his bag. Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. You already know, hit the subscribe button and let's get into the material. Famous comedian Mike Epps is under investigation after local officials at the Indianapolis International Airport reportedly found a loaded gun in his bag on Sunday. Legal documents indicate security personnel discovered the loaded gun when Epps went through the checkpoint and promptly called for assistance. Everybody who goes through the airport knows how thorough TSA is. Hell, you have to take your shoes off. I've seen in one situation they had a man take his socks off. So Mike Epps, who has traveled 1,000,000 times by now and is a grown man, should have known. Now Epps was questioned about the weapon and he said that it was an innocent mistake on his part. He didn't mean to. The comedian said that he was in town for a show and he completely forgot that the gun was in his bag. So if you out here trying to run upon comedian Mike Epps, don't think that it's all fun and games and jokes and laughs. You might get shot because he is holding. According to TMZ, now, charges have not been filed at this time against the comedian, but the investigation remains ongoing. I don't know what kind of investigation they are going on with and ongoing with. You had a gun in your bag. Maybe they're trying to see if Mike Epps wanted to shoot himself mid-air, or was planning on hijacking and taking down an airplane, or what the case may be. But I think this is pretty cut and dry. The gun police recovered was a .38 special airweight revolver with 4 rounds loaded, but none in the chamber, according to TMZ. But if you know guns, that makes no sense. Revolvers do not have a single chamber, but rather a cylinder with multiple chambers, each of which holds 1 round. The Smith & Wesson 6.42 airweight holds 5 shots. TMZ may have meant the empty chamber was positioned to the right of the hammer so that pulling the trigger once would not have discharged the weapon. TMZ may also have meant that the hammer was resting on the empty chamber, an unnecessary precaution carried over from the days of single-shot action revolvers, which had fewer safety features back then, in which case pulling the trigger would have fired the gun. In other words, the gun was in a position where pulling the trigger would not have endangered anybody. The firearm and ammunition have been taken into custody by the police, where they remain for evidence. The police report has been forwarded to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office to determine if Mike Epps will face any criminal charges surrounding this incident. That was also reported by TMZ. This story continues to develop, but let's just say a revolver though, a 38 special, it kind of fits the person that Mike Epps is on the more comedic side. That is a grown man's gun because young ninjas today, they want an extended clip. They want a 9 mil. They want something else like a Draco. They don't want no 38 special, man. 38 special is for like the older guy that got some gray in his beard and he sips on some expensive brandy. Yeah, he don't even pop bottles. He sips brandy straight, 4 drops, and that's it. Walks around the house in a silk robe and fluffy slippers with a 38 special airweight revolver with 5 rounds in it. I guess he doesn't plan on shooting it out for too long. That also tells me that he is not planning on getting into any beef. He needs 4 shots to get up out of there if anything ever gets to that point. He's no criminal, Your Honor. He's a comedian. But he goes to places where his life might be in danger. So yes, although he is rich enough to be able to afford security, I think Mike Epps also wants to be able to protect himself. So what does he have? He could have had a Draco. He could have had one of those millies with the extended clips. But he didn't. He had a little 38 special airweight revolver with 4 rounds, even though it had 5 that could have been in it, 5 holes or chambers. Why did he have 4 rounds in there? Maybe Mike went outside and bust off one of them rounds just to see, just to make sure that this weapon that he is carrying won't jam and can actually fire when he needs it to fire. There's a lot of people carrying around guns that they have never fired. And they have no intentions to fire it unless their life is in danger. I suggest you be like Mike Epps. Take it to a range though. Don't just bust one off in the air. You might hurt somebody. At least fire one to make sure that your weapon can fire and you're not carrying a dummy or a replica. With that said, this story is still developing. They might charge Mike Epps and then it will be no longer a laughing matter because he'll be sitting in somebody's jail somewhere. But we hope it doesn't get to that. Leave your comments in the comment section below and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV and you already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.